for YouTube, and then we will continue on as usual. So stand by, everybody. Here we go. Hello everyone, my name is Rituro, but you can just call me Mr. Unemployable. Welcome to July of 2022. It's the start of the 2022-2023 season, or more accurately, the preseason. Specifically, our featured match today is a testimonial for James McKeown, our long-serving, wonderful keeper who has been a fantastic servant for the club. So naturally, testimonial will be between Grimsby and Peterborough, his first senior professional club. It should be a great occasion at Blundell Park. Certainly, James McKeown deserves every bit of accolade coming towards him. He has been as consistent as you like, a rock-solid keeper ever since his arrival. Let's take a look at his career stats. So you can see he started with Peterborough, just a few appearances, including one during their promotion campaign in 2008-2009. Made 4 appearances during their subsequent relegation campaign. Back down to League One, did not appear for the senior side, was loaned out to Boston United in the Conference North, moving on to Leonidas Rotterdam on a free, and then moving on to Grimsby shortly afterwards on a free, wherein he made 46 appearances and cemented himself as the first choice keeper, and that has not changed ever since. He's part of the squad that won promotion in 2018-2019, which is where I came in, and he has been fantastic. Absolutely rock solid in goal. Indeed, he saved his best for last, though. His final season has by far and away been his best. Not only his average rating. His average rating has been better in other seasons, including his promotion campaign, but 31 allowed in 39 appearances with 17 shutouts. That's just a testament to him making the most of that excellent defense that we've built in front of him, doing his part to keep the ball out of the net. 31 allowed in 39, I believe, is his best goals against average, if my math is correct here. So it's only fitting to give James McKeown a well-deserved testimonial for his fantastic service to this club. Before we get to the testimonial match, though, some news to get to. We're going to start on the international front. First of all, with Canada, as we look at the always fun world that is the national pool. I don't think there's anything new on the scouting front. No, there is not. Everyone that's here we are aware of and generally not interested in. But on the national pool side, look at this. We're actually starting to fill this thing in quite nicely here. Let's take off this filter here for attackers only. I'm trying to find strikers, and it has not been going well. But as you can see, those that I have found, there's a decidedly large lack of gaps in our roster here. We are almost have completely built, he's retiring, doesn't count, completely built the national pool, which is nice. Because what we have right now, in the defense again, we are good on central defense, I'm leaving that to last. What we have in the national pool is quite horrible. And I'm quite certain that we will need to improve the pool in leaps and bounds sooner than later. If we can find anybody at all, who can get us out of this doldrum, I will take it. But still, that the pool is coming together is a lot better. The squad that I've built from this pool, we are changing things up just a little bit here. We've gone with a flat 4-4-2 with a focus on defense. As you can see, we got a ball-winning midfielder and a deep-lying playmaker in the midfield, so we're going to try that and see if we can get things back on track. I've built, I think, what is a decent-looking squad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, there's our full 23-man squad. Pretty standard. Carducci in net, Smits and Schneebel in the back line, Kofi out right because the right back situation is just horrible. Gusinak, who we had thought would have been good for us, no, he is not. He has fallen off. So Gershon Kofi draws in as the right back. That's how desperate we are. Gershon's playing right back. Chris Hemming, though, he's definitely locked in as that left back. Great pickup for us, so that is all well and good to the world. In the center, Fraser Aird out on the right. Nicholas Whiteman is our new potential deep-lying playmaker out of the TFC Academy. Again, he's not great, but he's something. Manny Aprisha, though, he is still the man to go to. He is that roaming playmaker. He's an everyman for us here in Canada. He's not necessarily fantastic at any one particular role, but he's good enough at all of them that I'm confident playing him wherever. Paco Decker is now our go-to left midfielder. Certainly in that defensive role, that's where I want him to be. I've got both my wingers set actually to defensive winger roles, so hopefully that can help us keep the ball out of the back of the net while we improve the team. And Gilberto and Jordan Hamilton are twosome up front. Gilberto's starting to show his age, but Hamilton is in his prime, and we are loving it. Of course, the forward core falls off fairly noticeably after that point, so again, we are still in a deep amount of doo-doo from that point. Still, not bad for the Nationals pool. We've actually built something out of what was more or less nothing. Hopefully we can keep that going as the months progress. It's not the only international news, though. As I record this episode, Canada has just been knocked out of the Women's World Cup by England, which is depressing and sad, but all things considered, it's about where we expected them to finish. It was going to be the quarterfinals. Very, very proud of the Canadian women. They always do our country so proud and so happy that they did well at the home World Cup. Would have loved to see them make a run maybe to the semis, but in all honesty, quarterfinals was about where they needed to be. Fair play to England, who dispatched them 2-1 after full time. Don't worry, ladies, we are all proud of you, and hopefully you do better at the next World Cup or even the next International Cup. I believe there's a cup coming next year. Anyway, back to the fake world. That's enough real world musing. Back to the fake world. In the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, Switzerland and Mexico get out of their group stage overhead of Colombia and Qatar. Argentina and Romania. Romania upsetting Algeria there. Did not expect that. The Saudis on the bottom. Italy and Croatia over South Africa and New Zealand. You better expect that. Germany and Japan do not get out of their group. It's Belgium and Paraguay upsetting heavily favored Germany, it must be said. That is a shocker out of that group. In Group E, England and Denmark getting out of Mali and El Salvador. That's, again, no shocker there. England wins an easy-peasy group. Portugal and Holland over South Korea and Guinea. Somebody of those three had to go. It's sad that it was South Korea. France and Uruguay over the USA and Turkey. Oh, the US losing on goal differential. That's going to sting. That's going to sting in the morning. And Brazil and Sweden over Australia and Morocco. No shockers there. Whoops. Let's go on to the second round. Then the round of 16. It was Switzerland over Romania 3-0. Mexico needed extra time, but they got past Argentina 3-1. Amazing. Italy over Paraguay 3-0. Croatia over Belgium 1-0. England passed Holland 3-2. Portugal needed penalties to get past Denmark 1-1 after full time, or extra time I should say. France 1-0 over Sweden. And Brazil 2-0 over Uruguay. Which brings us to the quarterfinal. And England. Now, I'm going to call developer shenanigans here and say there's a slight English bias on this, because England over Brazil 2-0, I don't know. That seems like wishful thinking by Sports Interactive, but I guess we'll allow it. Italy over Mexico 4-0, Croatia over the Swiss 1-0, and Portugal again needing penalties, this time to get past France 2-2 in the quarterfinals. To the semis we go. England's dream run finally ends at the hands of Italy 1-0, and Portugal defeats Croatia 1-0, which means the World Cup final will be between Portugal and Italy. That's going to be an interesting match. England and Croatia playing in the third place playoff. That takes place later. That's the international update. Let's get to the domestic front here. As we prepare for the League One season, let's get on the Grimsby Town colors there. There we go. We have a major problem. And it's this big red number here. Nearly 6,500 over our payroll budget because everybody got their payroll bump. That 30% bonus for being promotion kicked in across the board, and it did a number on our budget. We're projected to be 3.6 million in the red if this continues. That's a serious problem. When even after all of our season tickets, fundraising, and all this, we're still only $200,000 in profit at the end of the month. That's not good. It's not good. We need to cut salary in order to stay competitive this season, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Let's head over to the squad view here. I'm using, for this episode here, I'm going to use the special Stat App squad view. If you're a fan of Stat App, like I am, I recommend you go on the Steam Workshop and download his squad view. He's crammed all this information that you'd possibly need right into your squad view here. I very much look forward to giving this a try this season. So go to the workshop, check out the Stat App squad view. It's quite good. But the item I want to bring to your attention here is this salary. Jonathan Quinn, $4,600. Tom Eves, $4,200. Cameron Brannigan, $4,100. Simon Francis, $3,800. Now we can go down the line and we can determine whether any of these other numbers are worthy. I think the Simon Francis one is definitely way too much for a 2-star aging right back. Brannigan, if we ever play 4-4-2 Narrow Diamond again, I would consider that worthwhile. But as it stands, he's coming back from injury, and he's certainly a shadow of his former self if that holds true, so I don't know if that's worth our time. Going down the line, though, those rest of the salaries are about in line. Grant and Connolly are worth it. Parker remains to be seen, we can hope so. Robson, worth it. Pilkington, worth it. Ainley, down the rest of the line, that's all worth it. I have no problem with any of those salaries. It's Quinn, Eves, and Francis that I have a problem with. I've tried to move them. That got shot down pretty quickly, which is why Simon Francis and Tom Meeks have slight concerns of managerial style, but that is not sustainable. I need to ditch those 3 in a hurry just to get myself back on solid financial ground. And it's not going to be easy. I tell you right now, it is not going to be easy, but I got to find a way to do it. There's no two ways about it. I have to find a way to cut salary. And it's got to be those 3. Ideally, just Eves and Quinn. Or not Eves and Quinn. Eves and Francis, and leave Quinn as our good luck charm, but we'll see what happens. Elsewhere on the transfer market here, let's take a look here at our transfer history in the preseason thus far. Meanwhile, Amazusi is heading down. He was going to head down to United. Contract was rejected. That's a shame. We have brought in Phil Coates from Middlesbrough on a loan. He is our left back option behind Robson to replace our outgoing cranky pants Welsh defender. You may recall him. Mr. Ryan Hibbs. He's all cranky pants at us. He's wanted by 6 clubs. Hopefully one of them makes an offer because he's all cranky pants. We don't like him. So, as I say, Phil Coates is the option there. Andrew Azuka, Harry Pilkington, and Matt Parker. Azuka and Pilkington are our young first-team signings to replace those outgoing forwards. Now, again, they're both target men. Actually, Azuka's a target man. Pilkington's a poacher. And goodness knows we've needed a poacher for a very long time. And one with 17 finishing and delightful physical stats. Look at those 15s. Love it. First touch is a bit low. Hopefully we can train him on that. That's who I want leading the line. So then, and he's good at corners too, so excellent. Hopefully Pilkington will be the answer to our goal-scoring woes. Raquel Pike 2.0, we can hope. Bring him in on a free from Leeds. Matt Parker again on a free from Blackburn Rovers. Hopefully he lives up to his potential. Goodness knows we've been coveting him for a while, and if he is as billed with those physical stats, you can hope he comes as billed. On the way out, Mason Holgate, of course, you recall, he's gone. Bolton Wanderers, Ben Corner to Matlock on a loan. Mitch Young to Stalybridge on a loan. Dion Conroy, Jacob Weaver, Jimmy Spencer, Dan Fox, and Jack McCord all gone. Alan Brown, John Bull, and Denny Ball have been sent off to FC United, which leaves us with the squad we have now. Oh boy. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But that's to look forward to. Right now, it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate the wonderful career of James McKeown with a well-deserved testimonial against Peterborough United. This also serves as a bit of a warm-up match, as we are now League One, the same as Peterborough. So we'll have to see how this works for us. We're going to go with the 4-4-2 narrow diamond. We're going to give it a run out, see how it goes. That's our bench. Loic Figueroa. Oh, buddy. I wish you could get your work permit. As it stands, Higgins is still the heir apparent to McKeown, though McKeown's going to be he'll be playing 89 minutes and be subbed off to it, what I'm sure will be a raucous and upstanding celebration at Blundell Park. Let's get to it. Lots of friendlies scheduled for this offseason. Lots of friendlies scheduled to make sure we get fit, get some cash, get ourselves ready to rock and roll. Oh, my tea is just about... I say tea, it's actually raspberry hot chocolate. Now you may be saying, why on earth are you drinking raspberry hot chocolate on a blistering summer's day? For a very simple reason, because it was just a tiny bit left. I figured I might as well drink it. Why not? And I like raspberry hot chocolate, so sue me. Alright, yeah, let's keep an eye on these people. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Alright. And here we go. Let's see. Can I just say, go out? The result will come. Good. They seem to be okay with that. Good. And good. Alright. Away we go with the James McKeown testimonial at Blundell Park. It's a quick attack here by Peterborough. Jones does well to block it. Decent crowd on hand. We've expected a little bit more. But I guess it is still only a preseason friendly. But it is a testimonial for McKeown. Been a fantastic servant for the club. Testimonial is the least he deserves. Certainly promotion to League One, a very fitting reward for his service. It's 2 promotions at the club. He's seen them survive non-league football, returning to both League 2 and then League 1. Brimmer now. Again, this is the 4-4-2 diamond. I am interested to see how this performs against the League 1 side. Is it always in my back pocket will be the 4-2-2-2. And considering how well that worked in defensive formations last season, I will be very quick to go to that. Quinn, though, he's quick to find the back of the net. 50 minutes in, a lovely goal from Quinn. Very nice indeed. A great start to this testimonial as Quinn puts one in the back of the net, as he's done so many times for Grimsby Town. Onside, keeps himself, had the option to lay off, kept it. Good call in the end. A lovely goal. Three shots all on target. I like it. Oh, Carroll was close. Near post flick on. Nothing doing. Nothing doing for the near post flick on. That's all fine. Pretty good performance, all things considered. We actually played in a testimonial prior to this. We had a friendly against FC Metz. So 2 testimonials back-to-back. One with no involvement with us whatsoever, and one very much involving us. Tolga Ceylon with a shot that is blocked. Carroll follows up. He can get the ball through the maze of players outside the area. And nothing comes of it. Peterborough throw-in is not dealt with, and it hits the bar. McKeown bailed out by good fortune there, perhaps. Oh, they don't even count it as a shot by Peterborough. Did it come off of a Grimsby player? It must have. Wow. No shot, one woodwork. How do you figure that stat line? Got his ease, little flick on Ceylon's there, but he can't get past Alwick. Quinn's shot is deflected out. Oh, Ceylon will be unhappy with that result. The corner's headed away. Ainley to Brimmer. And this should be a decent spell of possession now. And it is. J. Emmanuel Thomas. And now it shows the 2-1-1. There you go. 2 shots. Oh, just over there from Ryan Carroll. And with no Jack McCourt, somebody's got to step up. Be that free kick taker. Then again, I mean, McCourt didn't take many free kicks at all last year, considering he had hardly any appearances due to his injuries. This is why we go with preseason. Hard work will pay off. La la la. That might be a bug. Twitch chat suggesting that might be a bug. It's a good shout. Very well may be. Alright, let's bring on Parker here. Let's do a wholesale change up. So Hickford, Coates, DeMaio, McKenna, of course, Hornby, Brannigan, Azuka as the target man, Sean Scott up front. Alright. Actually, who's better suited? Yeah, that's about right. All right. The second squad, the platoon, move in here. See how we do. Decent shift by the first team. Okay. Brannigan's corner. It's not cleared by Peterborough. It's still Grimsby here. Azuka to McGoldrick. Hornby. Brannigan can't get past his man at the corner of the area, and Parker will retreat to retrieve the ball. Goldrick to Coates. Looks long. Can't get past Volks. And Belford. Get past. Oh, he does get past Parker. Show him there, Parker. And J. Emmanuel Thomas is left all alone. Well, you can't leave him all alone like that. Poor defending there. Tisk. And Jason McKeown's clean sheet is ruined in his testimonial. A great tragedy indeed. Let's see if we can get it back. Brannigan just misses with that free kick. Oh, tries to get it in, and indeed he will. Did they not switch sides at halftime? No, they did. Of course they did. I'm just crazy. Don't mind me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't mind me. McKeown boots that long, and it finds McKenna. Another long time for the club. And Sean Scott has played it by Browning, and Scott can't get past Ainwick. There's a good chance there, and a decent save. We should have finished it. Azuka. Back to Brannigan. We'll get a second cross, and he will. Hickford's flick on! Was offside. Shots 13-4, Grimsby. Each team with one shot in the back of the net. 3 clear-cut chances for Grimsby, though. They can do better, and indeed should. Let's start controlling the game. You know, as soon as I do that, they get a free kick. That's not a good sign tactically, but McKenna does well to get there and clear it. It's never a good sign as a manager. You make one change and the game plan immediately falls to pieces. Alnwick now being replaced by Josh Vickers. 1 keeper change. Hickford. Scott. McGoldrick. Scott's clear! Saved by Vickers. Alright, well, let's give McKeown his big standing ovation here. Ian Higgins, the heir apparent, will come in. Expecting a bit more applause than that, Blundell Park. Come on. Is there time for a late winner here? Brannigan's free kick is low and into the wall. And that's going to be at a 1-1 draw. Well, at least we didn't lose in McKeown's testimonial. That would have been embarrassing. But regardless, a fine show. Against a League One side, that's a pretty good showing against a League One side, it must be said. 1-0 puts us in good stead for the season. To honor the career of James McKeown, a fantastic keeper. Very glad to have him. Next time on Mr. Unemployable, we start the season. The preseason will be over. And we will move on to the good stuff. The actual matches that matter. That'll be next time on Mr. Unemployable. My name is Rituro. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like what you've seen, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, favoriting, telling your friends about these videos on YouTube, and join us live in twitch.tv/Rituro, where you can watch every single one of these episodes as they happen. Once again, my name is Rituro. Just call me Mr. Unemployable. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.